All right, as war rages in the Middle East, Congress is entering its 18th day without a speaker. Several candidates are running for the role ahead of a ballot vote on Tuesday. Fox News contributor, GOP Congressman Jason Chaffetz joins us now. We were joking, Jason, that technically they could nominate Jason Chaffetz. I don't think you want the job, but talk to us about some of the candidates that are up for it and who you think looks the strongest.
My concern is that within the body, there's so much animosity. I don't know that anybody can get to the requisite number. They may need to look to the outside, not me, but somebody like a Lee Zeldin is probably, as much like Switzerland as you get. But they got to get their act together. No more taking off the weekends. I don't like the idea that they're doing this behind closed doors. Never did. I think the ballot should not be secret. I think members of the public, they represent the people. The people should be able to see who their representative votes for to become the nominee. But they got to get their act together. No more taking the weekend off like Joe Biden does.
So Tom Emmers is the highest ranking in the group. Byron Donalds, kind of a rising star in the House. You also have McCarthy's, who was right under McCarthy's McHenry. So some say he might be a good candidate as well. Anybody else stand out for you?
Look, a lot. I know all of these people, with the exception of Kevin Hern, but I hear nothing but great things about him. Mike Johnson out of Louisiana is an exceptional talent. I think he would be really good. Byron Donalds is super talented, has a financial background. I think that's a real plus. You got to remember, I think we ask too much of our speaker. Trying to be chief fundraiser, pass every bill, make every negotiation, go on television. We got to redefine the role of speaker. But nevertheless, it's the middle of the game. So put a coach in. Yeah. I don't think they should have made a change. But boy, they got to get somebody. Anybody at this point would be better than where we're at today.
Yeah, well, the good news is that they haven't stopped these investigations. And Representative Comer has really come through in a big way. Yeah. Just this week, $200,000 payment uncovered to Joe Biden from his brother, Jim. And the $200,000 he used cash to pay off his beach house. And by the way, this was just 2 weeks after Hunter famously threatened that Chinese official, you better get that money to me or I'm going to talk to my dad, blah, blah, blah. How much smoke do we need before we can say there's a fire? And why are Democrats embarrassed of this and joining in getting rid of this corruption?
Well, and I don't know why the national media lacks the intellectual curiosity. They're showing their true stripes. Look, Joe Biden has been in public office since 1972. And he's been in office until 2017. And then suddenly he's got hundreds of thousands of dollars to do an loan. He can go out and buy a multi-million-dollar beach house. Come on, wake up, folks. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, text messages, emails, suspicious activity reports. Photographs, Secret Service logs. What other evidence do you need at this point? Comer is producing. Joe Biden himself said, follow the money. Where's the money? And Comer is proving he could show checks at this point.
Yeah, and it's so dangerous at this time right now because we just had Stephen Mosher on talking about the connection between Hamas and China. China is stirring the pot in every single area of the world, and we're getting involved, and they're weakening us. We can't afford to have a president who's compromised at this moment.
More money is flowing into the Biden's bank accounts from China than all the other countries. We have to know why and where is the president compromised.
Absolutely. Jason Chaffetz, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Rachel.
You got it. All right, well, just ahead, they were the first responders when Hamas attacked. The story of brave.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.